The Washington Nationals have made a big splash in free agency. Inking 30-year-old pitcher, four-time NASCAR champion Jeff Gordon announced that 2015 would be his last full season driving the number 24.
They take on the Houston Rockets, who come in with a 4-game winning streak. From the Amway Arena, I'm Colby Street.
Kyle Murphy has been pretty dominant in the last few games, and he's looking to continue that here tonight.
It's being reported that the 36-year-old shooting guard will have surgery on his torn rotator cuff. Ultimately,
who had 32 points on the night. 7 girls out of the 10 on the roster that night came away
Duke
with
men's basketball coach Mike Krzyzewski has built quite the resume during his tenure with the Blue Devils.
The Orlando Magic are hoping that some home cooking will change their fortune. They return home after a 3-game losing streak.
AACS proudly brings to you coverage of Attleboro boys basketball. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Healy and Colby Street.
In 1 month's time, soccer will be making a return to Orlando. The Orlando City Soccer Club
here tonight as the 8-8 King Philip Warriors coming into Attleboro to take on the 3-14 Blue Bombardiers.
Soccer fever is high and the excitement level is through the roof. From the Citrus Bowl, I'm Colby Street.
Good evening, I'm Colby Street. When the Oregon Ducks battled the Ohio State Buckeyes for the College Football Playoff National Championship tonight, they were without their number 2 receiver. Multiple reports have said that Ducks freshman wide receiver Darren Carrington failed a drug test for marijuana that was administered by the NCAA. The result of the failed test is a suspension for the national championship game. Fox Sports reported that Oregon tried appealing the suspension but were denied. On Saturday, when head coach Mark Helfrich spoke to the media, he said that this wouldn't be a distraction. It may not have been a distraction, but the Ducks could have used Carrington as they lost the title game 42-20. Carrington finished his season with 37 receptions, 704 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Life in Boston isn't pretty these days as the Celtics have lost 9 of their last 11 games. They look to turn things around as Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans head to Boston. To the TD Garden we go. Let's pick things up in the second quarter. The C's up 2. Point guard Avery Bradley picks up an assist with a nice dish in the paint to Jay Crowder. Crowder was able to collect 15 points in the first half. Both teams would go into halftime tied at 49. We then go to the third quarter with 8:39 remaining. Tyreek Evans comes up with the steal, makes a nice heads-up pass to Eric Gordon. Gordon then drains the three-pointer and puts the Pelicans up 59-55. Early on in the fourth quarter, Celtics down 4, Marcus Smart with a sweet no-look pass to Tyler Zeller. Take a look at the replay here. Marcus with a wicked smart pass to Zeller, and he finishes it off. Later on in the fourth quarter, Anthony Davis takes a nice feed from Jimmer Fredette and finished it off with a dunk, putting the Pelicans up by 4. Next Pelicans possession, Davis is at it again. Battling for the rebound, off the missed three-pointer, Davis finally gets it, outlasting 3 Celtics players, gets the bucket, and puts the Pelicans up 4. Late in the fourth quarter, C's up 3. Avery Bradley gets a pass from Marcus Smart and nails the jumper, putting Boston up by 5. The Celtics will go on to win 108-100. Anthony Davis finished with 34 points and 9 rebounds. Jared Sullinger led the Celtics with 27 points and added 10 rebounds. With the Nets on a 5-game losing streak, their fans are getting quite frustrated. When they bought their tickets for the Rockets game, I bet they didn't expect a boxing match too. What am I talking about? Let's go to the Barclays Center. Things are getting chippy early on as Dwight Howard and Kevin Garnett battle in the paint. Then both players exchange shoves. KG then decides to kick it up a notch by throwing the ball at Howard. After that, it's on like Donkey Kong. A couple of punches are thrown and some smack talk is exchanged as both players are being separated. Dwight would receive a technical as a result and Garnett would be ejected. Take another look at it. KG with the ball, then shoves are exchanged. KG again throws the ball and adds a headbutt for good measure. KG heads to the locker room to enjoy the remainder of the game. So apparently they did play a basketball game that night. Under 10 seconds in the first, James Harden with an ankle-snapping crossover drives down the lane, gets the bucket and the foul. Under 10 minutes to go in the second, Corey Brewer receives a long-range pass in transition and sets up the alley-oop to the big man Dwight Howard. That puts Houston up 12. In the second half, James Harden is just money from three-point land. Here's a shot from three-point, and we might as well show you the other one. Harden was 4 for 7 from beyond the arc, leading the Rockets with 30 points. That would wrap it up as Houston gets their 4th win in a row and 27th on the season by beating the Nets 113-99. Elsewhere in the NBA tonight, the Detroit Pistons traveled north of the border and beat the Toronto Raptors 114-111. It's the Pistons' 9th win in 10 games. The Orlando Magic ended a 6-game losing streak, beating the Bulls 121-114. This was Orlando's first win in Chicago in about 13 months. Could the 2024 Summer Olympic and Paralympic Games be in Boston? Well, it's not official yet, but they're one step closer. The United States Olympic Committee has selected Boston as its candidate to host the Games. Boston was selected over such cities as Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh was quoted as saying, "This selection is in recognition of our city's talent, diversity, and global leadership. Our goal is to host an Olympic and Paralympic Games that are innovative, walkable, and hospitable to all." Boston hopes to welcome the world's greatest athletes to one of the world's greatest cities. However, many in the Boston area don't feel the same way. The major reason against it is the expense to build all the necessary venues. Taxpayers don't want to be stuck with the bill. Along with the U.S., Italy and Germany are the other countries being considered. The IOC is expected to make their official announcement in 2017. That's all for sports. Andrew will have your 5-day forecast after the break. Most teachers use their summers to enjoy a nice, relaxing vacation. I was fortunate enough to meet one teacher who kicks butt and takes names during her summers. Unfortunately, on a teacher's salary, it's tough to travel to every fight.
I teach at Thurgood Marshall Middle School.
Sarah Maha is an 8th grade math teacher who spends her summers fighting in the ring in Muay Thai fighting.
I recently qualified at the North American WK tournament in Richmond, Virginia. To join the U.S. team, we're going to be fighting in Italy, in Tuscany, Italy, this fall for the World Championships.
Even though Smaha has found great success since she started fighting 4 years ago, she's quickly learning that trips like this one come at a price.
It's about $2,700.
On a teacher's salary, she can't afford the necessary funds. She has turned to the fundraising website Indiegogo to ask for the public's help.
So my Indiegogo is designed to help me raise the money to join the team, airfare, hotel stay, team fees, and things like that.
With all the success she's had and now this trip to Italy, what do her students think about their math teacher fighting?
My kids love it, honestly. We usually start the year, I'll bring in my title belts and let them look at them and put them on, and we'll watch some of my fight videos and things like that.
Hopefully, Sarah will have the opportunity to make her students proud in Italy and bring home another belt for them to see. Sarah told me that since she started training, she's in the best shape of her life. So even if she doesn't make it to Italy, Muay Thai has changed her life for the better. Back to you.